Okay guys, we got what year is this? This is we got a 2003 Honda Civic. Customer came in because the car overheat on her and then start stalling and didn't want to start. She let it cool off, then the car started again. She actually got the car towed because she didn't want to make any more damage on it. So this is what we did on it. We did the compression test on the cylinders and it came out actually pretty good. But what I want to show you, it's I'm actually after the compression test, I did a leak down test on the head, and this is how we find out that the head gasket is damaged. And I'm gonna do that for you right now. So I'm gonna put you guys in a pause and get everything set up, remove the spark plugs. I'm gonna show you the spark plugs, how they look, and then I'm gonna run the test so you know what to look for when doing a leak down test on the car. Okay, so be with me. I'm gonna put you in a pause. Okay guys, so I got everything set up. I removed the spark plugs. You can tell that we having problems on this one and this one just by the discoloration of it. It's kind of brown, and that's meaning that it's either burning something. It's not burning correctly. So I got my hose in there, I got my leak down test in there, and a couple things. So we have to remove the oil cap, the air filter, and pay attention if we got a valve leaking. We're gonna either hear it here on the intake or we're gonna hear it on the exhaust, depending which valve is messed up or busted. If we have a leak on the cooling system, this is where it's gonna happen. So by me adjusting the air on it, look at the water. It's gonna start racing, and I'll show you right now in a minute. So I start putting pressure on and I have the cylinder on stroke, which means that it's on compression right now, meaning that the valves and the piston is on top dead center, and that all the valves are closed, ready for detonation. That's where you want to have your pistons where you're doing leak down tests. So we keep adding air on it, and I think that's where we got our water start racing. And as you can see, our water start racing really slow, but we are leaking. We are at 55 pounds of air right now, and you can see that water is going up. It's racing. That means that either the head gasket is damaged. I mean, you can see it now. It's higher, and it keeps racing. It's gonna start leaking around. And what I did, I top off the coolant. That way I put water on it, but you can see already how it's leaking already right there. So this is starting to leak out through the cooling system. So I mean, we are about 55 pounds. We're losing about 5 pounds of pressure. This needs to be at 75 to check the leak down test. But if we have this going on it, there's no more checking out. I mean, we're done with it. That's it. We got a problem on the head, on the gasket. Either the gasket or the head is cracked, and it's bypass is going. The combustion it's going towards the cooling system, where that's why it's overheating. So even it has a leak on it. Even if I fix the leak, it's still gonna leak. It's still gonna overheat, and we're not gonna fix that problem. If you got a Honda, this is a really common problem on this type of car. I'm gonna make another video where I'm gonna take off all the accessories, exhaust, belts, timing cover, everything. I'm gonna redo everything on it. I'm gonna do a new timing belt, water pump, new gaskets, new thermostat, maybe a couple of new hoses, new oil change. I mean, we're gonna do everything on this car and leave it like it's brand new. You know, but yeah, the problem is that because she overheated the system, now we got a problem internally, and this is the easiest way or the fastest way to find out if we do have a problem on it. But you need to know how to run this test. If you don't know how to run this test, I mean, ask questions, go to YouTube, go, do some research on it, because this will save you a lot of time and a lot of headaches, and it's going to save out the customer a lot of money, because most people will be like, oh yeah, it's overheating, it's a thermostat, they're going to replace the thermostat. Oh, it's overheating, the radiator is bad, or their radiator is going to crack because of the pressure. They're going to replace the radiator, it's going to blow up a hose, you're going to replace the hose, you're going to replace most of the car, and then at the end you're going to have to do this job, where you have to do the head gasket on it. But this is the way to test for it. By the way, I did cheat on it, because I do have my clicker for the starter, and this is how I put it on TDC. I keep turning the starter until I get compression on it, and that's how I know it's on TDC. That's how I find out the compression, the car is on compression stroke on it. So if you put the hose in there, put your hand in here, you're gonna feel that and it's gonna push your hand, then you put it close, you can do it by hand, and put it on its highest point, and it's gonna have all the valves closed and everything. So if you guys got any other questions or anything, subscribe to the channel, keep posting more videos, and I will keep adding more stuff on it. I haven't had stuff because I've been kind of busy doing trying to run the shop, trying to run my life and stuff like that. But other than that, I just haven't get time to get to make another video for you guys to look on it. But again, just be really careful with this type of engine. It tends to have, if it overheats, most likely they blew up a head gasket. All right, good luck, guys, and like I say, if you got questions or anything, subscribe, text me, or keep contact me. I think the easiest way to contact me will be Facebook. You can look me as Luis My Mechanic, and I will try to answer your questions the best way I can. Yeah, well, see you guys in the next video when I have everything turn apart and actually get to see if the head is cracked or the gasket is blown up. So we'll see how it goes.